Hi everyone, Ian here from Not the Shadows. Last year I was honoured and privileged to be asked if I'd be an endorser artist for Alan Entwistle pickups. Of course I've said yes, and I've enjoyed a really good working relationship with the guys at Alan Entwistle pickups. I've got several pickups in my guitars. This one is the one I want to be talking about today. So this is a Burns Marvin. It's a reissue from 2004. The original of this guitar had a very distinctive sound. So the original one that was played by Hank Marvin of the Shadows in 1964 was a very distinctive nasally type sound. It's the only way I can really describe it. And over the years, that sound has kind of been lost with the reproductions of these Burns Marvins, and they've become very Stratocaster type sounding. So Alan Entwistle has set about trying to find that magical 64 sound from one of these guitars, and through painstaking efforts and, as in his words, windings and unwindings and more rewindings, he's come up with a pickup that they've called the Rezo 64. Now the Rezo 64 comes as a bit like a bare pickup, doesn't come with a pickup cover. You have to use the original pickup covers for the Rezomatic Burns guitars, but they're a direct fit, nice and easy to install, no problems there at all. I've been testing these and using these now for a while. I've got them in two of my Burns. I've got them in this and another one on the wall. And I'm really getting those 1964 vibes again. So the sound is really, really good. I could just play the guitar as it is so you can hear the different sounds. I don't know that you're really going to pick up the different variations of tones and sounds that these pickups can generate. So what I'm going to do is quite a famous number that that Shads did when they were on stage with Cliff at London Palladium in '64 was a number called Genie with the Light Brown Lamp. And for me, it really picks out and defines that nasal type sound, that very mid-lacking, bottom end high, top end just about biting type sound. Quite a particular sound. I think I've managed to capture that using the guitar. My effects unit is a Blue Nebula by Stanley Effects, and I'm just playing through that and into a Boss Katana today, which I use for recording. So let's see how we get on. Let's see if you like the sound, and I'll speak to you again at the end. Well, there you have it. The 1964 sound, or as close to it as possible, from a reissued Burns Marvin. As I say, that featured the Rezo 64 pickups from Alan Entwistle. If you think it captured the sound, if you've got any ideas, if you've got any suggestions or any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll try and get back to you. And I know that James from Alan Entwistle Pickups also watches, so let's see your views on the Rezo 64s. Oh wait, don't go anywhere. We use JCR guitar straps, so if anybody would love some of these custom made guitar straps, these are made just for Not the Shadows, and the lady that makes them does them for all the stars, and idol of mine, Chesney Hawkes, has them as well. So yeah, JCR guitar straps. Drop us a message if anybody's interested. I'll put you in touch with the lady that makes them. Fantastic.